Hello and what's up YouTube? I'm back with another tutorial on how to make a Gunna x Wheezy type beat with the Wheezy drum bounce. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So first of all, when it comes to Gunna and Wheezy type beats, the beats tend to be spaced out. Like they tend to have a simple drum bounce that keeps the vibe going, if you know what I'm saying. For the melodies have to be like bouncy and simple.
Really, nigga?
So let's say, for example, the guitars, let me select them. For me, this was the loop I went. Shout out to Cymatics. This loop was by Cymatics. I don't know which pack it was though, but yeah, it was for some Cymatics. Let me give you all a quick preview of how the loop sounds like. As you can hear, the guitar tends to be somehow exciting. It's somehow in a happy manner. These beats, though they not like the normal pain beats you people are used to hearing or making. They need to have a happy bounce. So yes, some tend to have a dark bounce, but most of the time the guitars tend to have that that triplet, that happy triplet feeling, if you feel what I'm saying.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
So for the effect, first of all, for the effects, I kept it pretty simple. I took all of the stems. They had already separated, so I easily found the stems. Yeah, so I routed all the stems, as you can see. Yeah, this till somewhere there. I just press Ctrl L to route them to the mixer track. So I routed them to the mixer track. Then I selected all of them. If you don't know how to select all tracks at once, you just press down the control key on your keyboard and drag your selection to, is it? Yeah, it's the right mouse button. Yeah. Then I routed them to this track number 8. For me, I have my own melody preset. This Black's atmosphere melody right here. I saved it since it had pretty much the settings I use, and I didn't want to keep on doing the same thing on many beats. Plus, I'm a type beat maker, so I have like literally I cook up based on let me say time budget, if you'll get it.
What? What the f?
So yeah, I have this Black's atmosphere melody. I'll leave a link for it in the description if you want. I'll also leave notes with the plugins that I used, or you can just see through this video. So the first thing I put was just a parametric EQ that was literally doing nothing, just to balance the frequencies. It's just still at the default preset. The next thing I wanted was a reverb, to bring that room feeling as if the guitar was played on a room or something. So for the vintage verb, I really stick to the default preset with the mix at 26 and everything pretty much the same. I never touched a lot. Then I went to Cymatics Origin. If you don't have this plugin, you can go and check over at Cymatics. So I used this Origin with the Origin preset. I think it's always the default one still. Yeah, the Origin preset. Then I put in this wider. I really love this plugin since it helps, widen up the beat or the sample. So I really didn't want too much widening, so I left it pretty much at 20. And for the last thing was just a parametric EQ again, just to get the low frequencies for the 808. And that's much for the samples. For the drums, I literally went very simple. The drums are very simple, quick. Listen of how the drums sounded like. Yeah, so pretty much that's how the drums sounded. First of all, I started with the 808. For the 808, really can be free. Yeah, but I decided to go with this basic spins 808. I got it from a certain Wheezy drum kit. I don't remember the name much. I really do remember that. I just don't want to give out a shout out. Yeah. So this was the 808 pattern. I really kept it simple. Just to bring a little bit of variation, I added this slide note. You can hear. Let me play how it sounds like this. Yeah, just to bring out the variation. Pretty simple pattern. Yeah. For the hats again, pretty simple pattern. Just a little bit of rolls here, just to accentuate rolls here, and these transitioning rolls I made them go down in volume to bring that transitioning effect. Yeah, let me play for you. Just a basic hi-hat pattern, just something, for this Wheezy beat, you really have to keep the pattern simple, just since the artist needs. Mostly for Gunna beats, there is a lot of space, so you really need to keep it simple. Next up, I just basic simple clap pattern, the normal clap pattern, just the normal trap, the normal clap pattern. Then the next thing I added was this side snare. Yeah, just to bring out the bounce. It's literally in the background. Yeah, and the next thing was another snare. Sounds like this. The Z snare, yeah. Very simple, neat, interesting pattern. Then I again added a snare roll in the typical in Gunna type snare, simple snare roll. Yeah, finished off with the main snare roll, which I use at the end, transitions with a little bit of snares here and there just to bring out the bounce. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's basically it. Then I took this cymatics open heart drum loop. Yes, then I think again I went ahead and took another, I think they're just hi-hat rolls from cymatics again. Yeah, so that's how they sound like. Then I really wanted these open hats to bring that feeling of the every 4 bar, after every 4 bar. And really I would have put them in through the piano roll, but I didn't want them like that. So I just decided to put in the playlist. So that's how they sound like. Pretty simple. And I went on with this transition. Yeah, again to finish off, I added another riser just to emphasize a switch up. Yeah, so basically that was all for the drum pattern and the drums, everything. So for mixing the drums, I really didn't do much. For the hi-hats, I started with a reverb. Some off time to bring the balance of parametric EQ. Some panning hats preset I found from I don't know how to pronounce the name, I know it's Windfire or Windfire. Shout out to him. then this wider again with 21%. Then for these other drums I term as the percussions, there's hat, snares, and all that other stuff. I routed them to a mixer track where I also have a percussion preset, this Blake's percussion preset. Just to add the balls, it literally consists of a wider with 54% just to widen out the mix, and parametric EQ to cut down the loss that I don't really need, and then a delay that I really didn't need right now for this beat, but it somehow helps in those beats that I just literally want a little bit of drums, but I want a lot of shit going on, so it kind of accentuates everything. So yeah, basically that's all you need for a Gunna type beat. For the arrangement, you really need to keep it simple and spacey with these breaks, like you can see here, where the artist can, drop the bass, the main bass, or the punchline. Then this transition into the second part of the song or the beat. So basically, yeah, let me show you these spaces, how they bring the vibe to the beats. You can feel the change. See, yeah, so I put in a snare roll on the riser and the hat. Yeah, so basically I also forgot to tell you I added this drum loop from Thematic to bring out a different part of the beat. Like, let's say for me, my intention was the first verse, so yeah, you see how it sounds. Yeah, you can feel it somehow shows different because I didn't want to add other elements to the drums. As I said, keep it simple. Yeah, then literally that's just the transitioning in. This maybe would have been a pre-hook or something just to show the second part of the beat. Yeah, so that's all for today's video. Let me play for you the full beat. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.